Welcome to Sanya in People's Republic of China. My name is Chris Gorn, Technical Director of Envision Virgin Racing. We're here this morning on our normally customary track walk to have a first glance at the finished track. Here we are at turn one. The start line is actually a little bit further around the track, but turn one is just after the finish line. It's a 90-degree left-hander, but in actual fact, turn two behind me you can see is almost directly after it. So turn 1 and 2 is taken as one huge long sweeping apex. It's not like you're going to be stopping the car much. You'll carry quite a lot of speed through turn 1, which you'll carry through turn 2 and then down to turn 3, where the attack mode activation zone is for this race. The interesting thing is here, it's on the outside of the corner, and you really have to take off a lot of speed to actually hit all of the loops. So you've got 3 timing loops which you have to hit in order to activate the attack mode. If you want to pick up the attack mode, you have to run offline quite a lot. So you have to come offline so much. If there's any marbles here, it's going to be really, really tricky. And crikey, I wouldn't be surprised if you see some cars in the wall because they have to pick up the attack mode. But it's yeah, it's going to be really challenging here. Turn 4, you've got to hug the apex, and then it's the first one with a bit of relief. You might get a bit of oversteer on the exit with the car with the camber change. It'll be interesting. Here we are at turn 5, the second slowest corner on the track. It's not quite a hairpin, but it's as close as near damn it can be, which leads directly into turn 6, which leads on to one of the first straights of this track. So here we are at the end of the first main straight after turn 6 into turn 8 here, and the slowest corner on the track. One of the first major opportunities for cars to overtake. Track is pretty clean, really. It's not too bumpy and shouldn't create too many hazards. I mean, it's all going to be about the efficiency of the other cars in the race. If it's a flat-out race, it'll be very, very difficult. But if it's about having to lift and regen, then the most efficient cars are going to have an advantage on the entry to this corner. So here we are on the actual start line of the track, which is in between turn 9 and turn 10. On the back straight, effectively. The reason why they have a different start line to the finish line is always near race control, which is always near the teams. So effectively the race will always be like half a lap longer. Here we are at the end of the second straight into turn 10. In the braking zone here, there are 2 or 3 different surfaces, and the connection of those surfaces is a little bit higgledy-piggledy, it's a bit bumpy, so the braking is going to be bumpy. It's going to be quite good for cars to get up the inside. If they're on the inside going into turn 10, they'll be able to make the move and get by. Here we are at turn 11, the final corner of the Sanya E-Prix track. Again, there's some new surface down here. It's quite tight, but it does open up in actual fact, so it'll be relatively quick by comparison to the other tight hairpins, let's say. And then we lead slightly uphill, which will take us across the finish line, and that will complete the lap of the Sanya E-Prix.